Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I have swatches for you from China Glaze. This is their Spring Pastels collection that I've seen a bunch of people talking about, the Spring Fling collection, which I did not get. It was a lot of purple. I didn't see a whole lot of point in buying it for myself, but I did get the pastels and I am here to share them with you today. I purchased mine from Amazon. I will link that in the description box below, as well as China Glaze's social media. I will also link in the description box below my Instagram page where I'll have more swatches of this collection. So there are 8 polishes here. I got them all, and let's just go ahead and get started. So first up we have That'll Peach You, and this is a bright peachy orange corally-ish cream polish. This is almost one of those like macaroni and cheese kind of colors. So here's our first coat of That'll Peach You. This goes on really nicely, really smooth. I am going to be repeating myself quite a bit through this collection because they all have essentially the exact same formula. Very easy to use, very easy to work with, not too thick, not too thin. But you know how these China Glaze brushes are long, so you get the polish that runs down the stem of the brush? It's easy to use in these cases because they are so nicely formulated that you'll get thicker coats, but it distributes really nicely, so it's so easy to work with. So there's 2 coats. Next up we have Belle of A Baller, and this is a bright kind of medium-ish pink cream polish. So here's our first coat of Belle of A Baller. You know, it's so funny, pregnancy brain totally got me. I recorded this whole thing just a few minutes ago and didn't record any of it. So I was just talking to myself. But this has the exact same formula as That'll Peach You, easy to use, easy to work with. So here is our second coat, and this one does cover completely for me in 2 coats. If you're not comfortable doing these thicker coats, you may end up needing 3 coats for some of these, but every time I've used them, they've been completely opaque for me in 2 coats. So there is 2 coats. Up next we have My Sweet Lady, and this is coming out a lot more washed out on camera than it is in person. It is definitely more pink, but this is also a cream polish. So here is our first coat of My Sweet Lady, and this covers really nicely on this first coat. This is one that I thought for sure I was going to need 3 coats on, but to my pleasant surprise, it is completely opaque in 2 coats. These also all dry very glossy and decently quick, so doing these thicker coats really had no effect on dry time or anything like that either. So here is my second coat, and this one does cover completely in 2 coats for me as well. I also wanted to note that every single polish in here self-levels so nicely, so you don't have to be super cautious about like applying it so evenly, if that makes any sense. But I do recommend applying with a light hand. So there's 2 coats. Up next we have Are You Orchidding Me, and this is a super light purpley orchidy polish. It is a cream polish. It is somewhere right in between pink and purple though. So here's our first coat of Are You Orchidding Me. Again, same easy to use, great formula, not too thick, not too thin. It is pretty dummy proof. And it covers really well in this first coat for a light purple. I'm sure you guys have seen too, side note, my camera flickering. I'm not too sure what that's all about, but if anybody has any kind of ideas, you can let me know in the comments below and help a sister out because it is driving me whack-a-moles. But here is the second coat, and it is completely opaque in 2 coats for me. So there's 2 coats. Next up we have a Waltz in the Park, and this is a light lavendery cream polish. So here's my first coat of a Waltz in the Park, and see there's that flickering I was just talking about. This has that same easy to work with, easy to use formula, not too thick, not too thin, but thicker coats were so easy for me because it just distributed perfectly running down the stem of the brush for me. So here is the second coat of a Waltz in a Park, and this one does cover completely in 2 coats for me. I do feel like this one and the last one seem pretty similar in shade, but I assure you, once you see them on my Instagram page next to each other, they are not. So there is 2 coats. Next up we have Chalk Me Up, and this is also coming out a lot lighter on camera than it is in person, but this is a bright Tiffany blue cream polish. So here's our first coat of Chalk Me Up. Again, same fantastic, easy to work with formula. They self-level so nicely, they dry quickly, they dry shiny, and 2 coats for a pastel cream is fantastic. Granted, I'm not sure if you do thinner coats if you're going to need 3. So here is the second coat, and this one does cover completely in 2 coats for me. And it's just so bright and beautiful, and you can see how that bottle shot was not exactly color accurate, but these shots of me actually painting my nails are color accurate. So there is 2 coats. Next up we have Spring Jungle, and this is a bright minty green cream polish. Here is my first coat of Spring Jungle. I did have a little bit of cuticle flooding there. I got too cocky with the thicker coats and just went a little happy, but anyway, it does have the same formula. It's easy to use, easy to work with. That flickering drives me nuts. So here is my second coat of Spring Jungle, and this one covers for me completely in 2 coats. You see what I mean? I don't have a whole lot else to say. It's, you know, how's your day going? Mine's going pretty dang good. Pretty dang good. Dries shiny. So there's 2 coats. And lastly, we have Casual Friday, and this is a kind of like dandelion yellow cream polish. And here is our first coat of Casual Friday. This is the other one that I expected to absolutely need 3 coats on, regardless of how thick my coats were. But once again, it surprised me and was opaque in 2 coats for me. It has that same fantastic, easy to work with formula that literally every other polish in this collection has. So here is 2 coats, and this one, once again, covers completely in 2 coats for me. You just got to let it self-level, because I thought at first I would definitely need 3 coats, but then as I let this coat dry, it was completely opaque in 2. So here is 2 coats. So of these 8 polishes, my Sweet Lady was easily my favorite. This is just completely and utterly my color. It's where I started with nail polish. It's just my everything. And that is it. Let me know in the comments below what you guys thought of this collection. Let me know if you have picked them up, if you plan on picking any of them up. Give this video a thumbs up if you liked it, and subscribe if you want to see more from me, and I'll talk to you guys again next time.